What's up? What's up? What's up, all day family, Seahawk fans around the world? I'm Brett Davern. That's Seahawks legend Lofa Tatupu. Producer Katie is here, of course, as well. Ready to read your comments as the Seahawks, Lofa. They go all the way across the country, the dreaded 10 a.m. start time in Jacksonville, Florida, and they take it to the mighty Jacksonville Jaguars that were 4-1 going into the game, but they are now 4-2. Katie, they are now 4-2. Everybody, as the Seahawks beat them 20-12. Lofa, just sort of instant reactions on the game and the score and everything you saw in Florida.
They are who I thought they were, and we did not let them off the hook.
Okay. Or wait, are the Seahawks who you thought they were? I mean, did we finally get back to the form that we thought we had the whole time?
Yeah, it looked like just a really clean operation. Now there's penalties on both sides. Don't get it, twisted there. I think we had 7, they had 10, and it's just that's more indicative of the refs. They're just like, we're going to call everything today. But when you know how they're going to call it, I would expect like to get to the sideline and be like, hey fellas, they're not letting us get away with that today. So play it a little closer to the vest. But did what we had to do, went on the road. That's not a short trip, early start, all the things, all the adversity or things that could be in your way. And came out of there with the W. And I just love the way we did it too. Like, the extra 3 points would have been cool, but I really love just taking a knee. That is the greatest formation in all of sports, the victory formation.
Yeah, I just hope you're not in the red zone when it happens because it hurts those stats. But that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
If I'm playing Madden, I'm kicking the field goal and keeping my red zone efficiency going.
Yeah, yes, I get that's true. Like the analytics out there should be like, wow, but and the Myers fans who, hey, maybe it's a close game in fantasy this week and they could have really used those 3 points.
That's a good point. And maybe there's other friends of ours that might be on FanDuel who might be looking for some over-unders or some, whatever wagering on. Even like Myers probably has a personal over-under for the game. I don't know. You guys got to go check FanDuel.com. The show is brought to you by FanDuel.com. So if you want to wager on tonight's football matchup or tonight's big time Mariners baseball game. Say it with me, Katie. Ball night.
Ball night.
Baseball night, everybody.
Mariners.
The Mariners are taking on the Blue Jays game 1 tonight, everybody. Baseball. Baseball. I spent all day at a baseball field watching my kid play 2 travel baseball games, and I can't wait for more tonight, Lofa, as the Mariners are in the ALCS. Everybody, let's go.
Just inching closer, baby. Closer and closer. This is the year.
This is our year, baby. You guys know how it works here. Your comments are coming in fast and furious. Katie's putting them up on the screen for the first 12 minutes. So get those in. Copy and paste the link. Let your friends know that we're live right now. And we're talking Hawks. So, Lofa, who had the best day out there as a Seahawk? You had a lot of people to pick from here. Sam Darnold had a big day. JSN had a big day. The defense had a big day. Who are you going with?
I mean, JSN, Jacksonville, Smith-Njigba. Like he owns that territory, ladies and gentlemen. Like he came, he saw, he conquered.
Yeah.
And just the routes, because they panned out and they showed how he sets up guys. Like I could see how someone would think one was a curl, and then no, it was out. Just a second later, and literally turns the DBs around, and because they're threatened by his speed. And I'm just so grateful we went deep, right? Because that takes some pressure off. If a team, and I'm just speaking from middle linebacker that played cover 2, where I was damn near an extra safety for those downs, and if they throw it deep, I'm definitely respecting it a little more. But until they do, I'm jumping the short routes based off of the indicators of quick game, off the quarterback's, footwork, right? But you threaten them one time. You just need to see one football sail over your head, and whether it's complete or incomplete, okay, they're not afraid to go at you. And so that happened. But that one in particular, where it was play action, it's a deep shot, and he just ran right by the corner. That poor corner was straining, And JSN, if you go back to it, he's looking back at Sam and just he catches up to the ball. Um, it was unbelievable, focus, concentration, and tracking.
Mhm.
That's what spatial awareness, like we're talking about. He's like, oh, that's a little farther than I anticipated. So I'm gonna just pick my knees up a little quicker
Yeah.
and touchdown.
Yeah, we're seeing something special here. Probably one of the most unsung guys in the NFL right now, but the numbers are getting gaudy, to say the least. I mean, today, you love stats. Today, 162 receiving on 8 receptions. That's 20.3 per and 1 touchdown. So fantasy owners are rejoicing today if you have JSN. But for the season, Lofa, for the season so far, he's already at 696 yardage wise. The average is 16.6, 42 receptions already.
I mean, if you want to go with they go projections, like,
Mhm.
and what are we 6 games in now?
Yeah. Well, I got it right here. ESPN.com projecting as of right now for the regular season 119 catches, 1,900 yards.
1,900 yards. That's where I was going.
Yep.
It's got to be close to 2,000.
Yep.
And it's incredible because you got to stop. He's the number one at this point, and still not able to do it. Like that's saying something. It's making a statement, right?
Yep.
So excited to see it. Darnold played a clean game. Wasn't always pretty, but took what they gave him. Just threw some beautiful passes today with anticipation. The corner to JSN, the over to JSN, and then the deep ball to JSN. I didn't get to see the second half, but I saw they got Barner in the mix, because it's a serious weapon right there. And then what I did see in the first half, we had the perfect matchup with their safety on Arroyo, and he just slips, or else that's a dime of a pass.
Yeah.
And now you're doing work against the single high safety.
I just want to say we called it the whole time, right? Like last season, McDonald came in. You and I are talking about it like, okay, he's getting his feet under him. Let's see what we got. This year is just a coming out party for the players, for McDonald, for the organization. Guys, we talked about it preseason. They're either going to make their name as a Seahawk, and they're doing that, right? I mean, or not, but they're doing that. Sam Darnold, huge day. JSN, we've loved him the whole time, but like a lot of question marks going into the season. Like, is he going to be able to take up this mantle of number one receiver? I mean, he's doing it. AJ Barner, you brought him up. This guy is sick. He's the new Gronk.
Yeah,
He's got the spike. He's got the moves. He's got the power.
Oh, just
he's an animal. He's a savage, like you like to say. He's just complete freak, man.
We've had him on the pod before, and just just talk me. He's like, I just like to mix it up, like like that's how I get down. And I said it. I go, he wasn't asked to be the receiving tight end at Michigan. Otherwise, he would have the numbers that he's having right now, the opportunities. But when you kick so much ass when you're blocking, because you just love it, you love to do everything.
Yes,
like, they're gonna see you in that role and just keep you in that role. And so
that's
why Colston Loveland was getting all the love as the receiving tight end, right?
Well, yeah. But the thing about Barner, the way he catches it too, I know is kind of what you're talking about, which is what I'm talking about. There's a receiving style tight end that catches the ball a certain way. Then there's a guy like Barner who's just an animal and runs angry and like catches the ball like he's blocking. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He's just got a fire. Like, I love this guy. I love rooting for this guy. I love watching him play. It's so much fun. You guys can go find our chat with him. I'm sure it's on YouTube probably. When he joined the show, we ask them their favorite halftime snack and all kinds of other lifestyle-y questions that I like. So
because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, us football players are humans. I don't know if a lot of people realize that, but
you're not just like a cyborg, hitting machines out there.
Oh no, because that's my favorite thing is when people meet me, they're like, "You're nothing like I would have expected." I was like, "Well, what did you expect?" And they're like, "I don't know, not this." I like to have fun. I'm a nerd. I'm goofy. I'm obnoxious. So I don't know what people expect. Maybe because I played middle linebacker and like played a certain way. I'm still, weird and fun at heart. I'm never going to grow up. I'm a kid.
Why do you have to? You don't have to when you're having fun. Okay, Sam Darnold, here's some stats for you. 16 of 27 for 295, 2 touchdowns. Sammy D doing Sammy D things.
No turnovers. I don't know. Did they get any sacks on us?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me scroll over to that page there. Sacks. Yes, they got one. We have
Well,
one sack allowed.
hey, well then give it up for the O line, man, because
Yeah.
it's him, dude. If he starts to use his legs just a little bit, like we saw Mayfield do last week, like you know, Trevor did once against us, but he did a bunch against Kansas City. Dude, that whole offense is going to open up because I don't know if anybody remembers, but that run he had like 45 yards when he was with the Jets. Just he's a great athlete and he can do everything. He is like what you want in a quarterback: big, strong, fast, tough, and athletic.
Yeah. We got to them 7 times. We got to Trevor Lawrence and his beautiful, beautiful blonde hair.
Oh hell yeah! Like
He's looking like sunshine, dude.
that's a that's some pressure right there, man. He's looking like sunshine, but he's playing like Gosling. You know. Um, but so like Demarcus Lawrence in the first half alone,
Mhm.
just shutting shit down.
And he
And
wasn't
then
there last week. Let's remember
hey,
we had some guys out who were back. And I mean, it makes a big difference.
dealing with quad or an injury. Yeah, we've been injured, a lot. And it's
Mhm.
football, it's gonna happen, right? It happens around the league. There's, can't feel sorry for yourself. You still next man up and keep going. But DeMarcus Lawrence, he's one guy when he's in the rotation, man, the other team knows it. Consistently getting pressure. Him, Chana was, he's looking like he's getting his legs under him because he's been battled the injuries for like the last couple years, right?
Mhm.
And it's just good to see you depth. We had Derek Hall was out, who's been very consistent. So and Murph, man, dude, I watched Murph hit the shit out of Lawrence in the first quarter or second, and it was just a shoulder. He's like a truck, like a tank.
Yeah.
Um,
The
like
fire hydrant. He's like a fire hydrant on wheels.
didn't even like really like throw into him. He was on a block and just threw a shoulder, like just
Yeah.
moved his shoulder, and like Lawrence just took it right to the chin and fell down. I'll give Lawrence credit, man. He's tough. They were
Yeah.
getting after him.
He's a tough kid. I mean, his biggest highlight so far was last week when he fell down, got back up, and got a touchdown, though. I mean, you know, I don't know.
Fall down twice, get up a third, and score a touchdown.
Does he
That's
have it?
just that's how they drew it up.
Does Trevor Lawrence have it?
I don't know, man. This has got to be year of like five
Mhm.
or something for him. And it's like, okay, they've had a consistent run game, right? The defense has been pretty good since he's been there. So it's like, at what point do you say, okay, like the maturation process, or this is the ceiling, right? And I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, but it seems like quarterbacks like are getting recycled and showing up elsewhere and then having success. So maybe it just takes a little longer these days. Case in point, Baker and Sam had a duel last week, a fan duel. And they these are two guys that were in Carolina
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
So who knows? But all I know is change of scenery is not bad for everybody, especially the quarterbacks.
I think this game makes last week's loss not look as bad because I think we now know that Tampa Bay is actually really good because look at how good we are. Does that make sense? That was some weird uh, fan math.
Makes
But
sense if you don't think about it.
talking about, right? Like for some reason, last week's loss didn't upset me very much because I think Tampa Bay is really good, and I think we're really good. So it was a good game. And then this week, the way we kind of kicked the crap out of a good team, I'm like, oh, okay, I think we are actually pretty good. But it also makes me think that the Bucks are really good, but that's okay. But I
The
think
Bucks
we're
are
really good. We lost to a really good team, but we're a good
you're,
team.
you're right. And the
Yeah,
Bucks are beating up on the Niners, right? Today we're Bucks fans, right?
yeah,
So, but I think last week I wasn't upset about it because we needed to see what our offense was capable of, and they showed us, right? Like
mhm.
we need points because this defense, once we get everybody healthy, like we can shut people down, and the margin of victory is really comes down to the margin of error. Like how much do you have? And we got a lot if we have that offense like it is, and the defense just to show up how they normally do. But they did what both sides did what they had to do. Special teams made our kicks today. The other guys missed two of them, extra point, and they missed a field goal. Like that was huge. Gave us
Yep.
opportunity to come down, and Myers kick a long field goal right before the
Yep.
half.
Yep.
It's been all three units have looked great, and when they can just if they can play at a high level together, that's when you see the separation on the scoreboard.
Totally, man. If you're just joining us, welcome and thank you for being here. If you missed the beginning of the show, you can always go back and watch it on YouTube. We gave our initial thoughts on the game and got into who we think the player of the game is for the Seahawks and things like that. It was JSN, but you could go watch. And now we're going to open it up to your comments. Make sure you put in a super chat. Katie, is that what it's called? Fill up the
I
chat
got
with super
one
chat,
shout out.
everybody.
Shout out.
On the screen. Go ahead.
Drake Thomas. But he had like 8 or 9 and a sack, I think. I mean, he just shows up, plays hard, man. So got to give him love. And speaking of love, like without Julian Love, I think people are starting to get an appreciation for like what this man does, what he means as not just as a leader and as a player, but as a leader. And he kind of just calms everybody down out there.
Yeah.
You know, I know Ema Warrior had a couple tough plays. You know, everyone does. You know, he's young, he missed a lot of time, but when you have a veteran like Julian Love back there to just, you know, kind of calm everyone down and say, hey, this is what we got to do. I mean, it makes it much easier. So hopefully we get him back. Spoon. We're missing so many guys in so many positions. It's like it's hard to keep track of.
Let me
looks
fire
like my
up
fantasy league out there. Oh my gosh.
Let me fire up Katie's microphone here. I'll just go real quick. Julian Love to me is the Seahawks JP Crawford. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but
it's
like got like dad vibes, kind of. You know, he's like chill. He can, like you said, calm guys down. He's all very solid. You know, he's a good piece to the puzzle. You know, he's not a lot of razzle dazzle, but he's always getting the job done. You know, he's got flashes of razzle dazzle when he needs to. You know what I mean?
He whoops ass.
Yeah, but like he's the kind of guy that doesn't have to run unless he has to. You know what I mean? He's just cool. You know, he's cool. Go ahead, Katie.
Aiden Espinoza came in first.
All right.
And it was an early comment also. Thanks for being here early, Aiden.
Aiden, what's up? 5 minutes early is on time.
These 10 a.m. away games, keep them coming. 8 sacks.
Yes. The Seahawks, they pushed the alarm clock early and got after them. I mean, the defense is serving right now, Lofa. They're cooking, as the kids would say.
Yes.
They are I shouldn't say cooking, actually, on a Seahawks show. Definitely not. But they're playing very, very, very well. I think last week, again, I'll say it, I think it more is about how the Bucs are pretty good, and we know we can do better on defense. I think this defense today that we saw is the defense that they want to be.
Absolutely. And you can't run. You can't run on them. Like, it's like that. That's the biggest. You take that away. We always, as a defense, we go in saying 2 things. Stop the run, first and foremost, because if they could run, they got everything at their disposal, right? Play action, anything, right? Because you got to commit an extra defender down and then eliminate the big play. So the deep passes, any explosive play that changes field position and just gives them the advantage. You do those 2 things, but you stop the run, like it's one in the trenches, and it's awesome. A guy that hasn't gotten brought up, Mike Morris. Right? They got him playing everywhere, and there's nothing I love more than seeing him run down on kickoff.
Yes.
All right. And destroy, like he uses those long levers, throws guys out of the way, makes the tackle. He has had a couple, I saw one for sure today, but he's had a couple tackles and haven't brought him up, but he does everything. And when that's the value add that you have, like, you could play him at D end. You could play him D tackle, you know, on passing downs, obvious pass downs. He runs down, and what is he, like 280, 290? Like, can you imagine, Brett, how hard it is to okay.
No, you have to all the time.
I didn't even have to say it that time.
Imagine, but I don't know what it's like.
You see?
No.
6'6", 290-pound
No.
Oh, what's he doing on kickoff?
Yeah, this is why I played baseball. No, thank you.
It's just impressive, man. So I love it, man. That everybody got in on the fun, you know, and it's just trending in the right direction, right? And we played better on the road. I'd like to see us play better at home, right?
Yeah, eight straight or 9 straight wins on the road, I believe. Playing great on the road. Need to start playing better at home, like you said. Come on, the 12s deserve a win too in front of the home crowd. But you know what? Also, we got to take back the stadium from the damn opposing fans. It's not such a home field anymore.
I heard that T-Mobile Park was pretty loud.
T-Mobile's been rocking, man.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We'll see what happens in this Blue Jays series, though, with all these nasty Canadians always invading our stadium. You know, with their sorries all the time. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Johnny Langston's in the chat. Never a question in my mind.
We love you, Canada.
JSN is top 2 wide receiver in the league and not number 2. He's on pace for 109. Is it
1972?
Yeah, 72 yards.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, is JSN your team MVP if the season stopped right now?
Oh, team MVP
or offensive MVP at least.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be him or Darnold, right? Or the man getting him the ball, and it's been impressive, man. I just last year when he did go off in several games. I know I was, he was literally number 5 in a couple categories, and everybody's like, "Oh, that means he's top 5," and I was like, "No, ladies and gentlemen, it does not. I need to see a larger, scope of work in order to anoint him, because he had DK, he had Lockett. He was like previous second. It was like 2A, 2B option with him and Lockett, and so I was still impressed by what he's done and like his just God-given talents in space, like spatial awareness, tracking, all of it. His hands, awesome. But until you garner that number 1 spot, and you are a marked man for the defense, like they bring you up first in the passing game, and that's what they're doing now. And I just don't see it stopping. I don't see anybody that can lock him down, man coverage. And I'm talking about the best out there. But it's just, Jefferson, Chase, like those guys, they still, because they've done it for longer period of time. But I can't imagine someone I'd want before JSN with what I'm seeing right now.
He's a cool customer, so he's not such a self-promoter. So I think he flies a bit more under the radar because he's he goes about his business. But the league will catch on. We already know. But he also doesn't need them to know either. He kind of just plays with this cool, chill,
It's much in line with, another Ohio State great, Terry McLaurin. I've been talking about Terry McLaurin for like 5 years. And like, it feels like, just recently, there's a guy that played with like 9 different quarterbacks and it didn't matter. He just kept kicking ass. It's like, that's special. That's rare.
Do you think teams are underestimating JSN?
They won't after they see how he separated on that last one. I'll tell you that. Like,
we should stop telling him. Shh.
Yeah, we're gonna edit this part out.
Secret.
It was just unbelievable athleticism and understanding that I saw in real time. I was like, how? Like when I see something like that, I just sit there and say, how?
Yeah.
How the hell did he do that?
Yeah.
But he makes it look so routine. Kind of like much in terms of like Lockett always did, right? Like that catch against the Rams where, he got both feet in, and the still picture is him like slanted just on a 30-degree angle. Right?
Yeah. Incredible.
It's like that doesn't make sense, and my little brain can't handle that.
Looks like a sundial.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah. So, but I'm starting. Yeah, I think a lot of people like Seahawks fans are starting to get spoiled or accustomed to it, to like where, God forbid he doesn't catch one in triple coverage. There was one last week against the Bucs. There was 3 men around him. The one that dropped right in between, and he adjusted to that one great. It's so, we have to get him some kind of a dance routine, maybe dance classes, so the whole world can know about him and how awesome he is. Because that's, everyone wants to show the camera. Like I'm looking at one right now. Tyler Higbee. I don't know what Tyler Higbee just did, but he danced and they showed it.
No, I mean, he doesn't need to dance. Like, let's keep him our little secret up here. And that's just fine with me. He can fly under the radar as long as he wants, because he's doing it at a really good clip this year. He's having a great season. And thank you all for being here, by the way. I see the number going up. Katie's putting up your comments on the screen. Get those super chats in if you want to hear Lofa and I talk about something specific. If you have questions about specific players or certain things you saw, or even anything around the league, we like to talk all types of football around here. So get your super chats in, and Katie
Speaking
will read
of
those.
around the league,
Yeah.
just a little update: the Winers lost.
Yes, good. Oh, also, speaking of Tyler Lockett, he recovered that fumble for the Titans to beat the Cardinals. So thank you, Tyler.
Yeah.
Still helping us out, man. What a guy.
Oh, I watched it and it was just unbelievable. It's just see this little guy just keep running to the ball, right? Because all of a sudden he gets popped out and Tyler's just going, oh, here's a football. I'll land on it. Touchdown. And what do you call it? The big toaster? He has amazing games in the big toaster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does. He's awesome. Katie, what do you got?
Alina Doll has a question. Do you think a penalty should be called for spinning the ball? Is that a rule? Shaking my head. Refs wearing too tight twisted panties during this game. LOL.
Yeah, guys spin the ball all the time. How do you judge which one's a penalty and which one's not a penalty? And yeah,
we got one for spinning the ball. Was it on someone's face? Like, hey, take that. Because that's taunting. But spinning the ball, I mean, maybe a delay of game warning is in store. That's how it used to be, anyways.
One of those things where, the grumpy refs, how they're motioning for the ball, but the player might not see it. Then they spin it. The ref thinks it's an affront or something. They think they offended their family or something, and then they get mad. And
I know grumpy officials.
They give that look that ref gave JSN that time.
Oh yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
But I mean, even you just take it to the Thursday night game with the Giants, and Scatterball took some souls out there, right? And we said, right, he'll probably go mid rounds.
He's gonna be a beast.
He'll have a Pro Bowl or two early on, and they're like, "Who could have saw this coming?" Anybody that watched him play in college, but he destroyed somebody, and he didn't even the guy. He just got up talking shit to somebody else, and the ref threw a flag, and so he's gonna have to. I don't know if he can dial it back, on the talking, anyways, or the gesturing, or the posturing, or whatever they want to call it. But that kid's special.
Katie, can you look up some FanDuel.com for us over there and then read us all the stuff? Katie's huge into online wagering and knows everything.
Huge.
It's such a look right now.
Just
pull it up and read it to us, because we don't really know how it works either. But we can try to all figure it out together and make some silly wagers or something, if we want.
Okay,
right?
Sure.
Let's throw a few bucks down on tonight's game. Make it interesting.
Well, what about could Lofa throw over 50 yards? We talked about that. I said,
okay. All right, everybody. We got a text from Lofa so you explain it. What's going on here?
Oh, I was just at a punt, pass, and kick, which I was a champion. All punt, pass, and kicks growing up. No big deal. So I was over there at the VMAC, and I was like, hey, I need to get this on tape. I wasn't even fully into my warm-up routine, right? I wasn't. I was like, I'm just going to put one on tape just so everybody knows.
Okay.
Started at the 50, stepped into it, launched one, 52 yards, if you like that sort of thing. Right?
With the roll, are you including the roll?
No, landing 2 yards deep in the end zone, asshole. And so I was like, okay, I could easily throw 60. Easily. But
oh God.
Somebody not gonna lie, my shoulder hurts.
Chiropractor. Yeah, I was gonna say.
My shoulder's already sore.
Have somebody standing by, please.
But yeah. And then
did you take a second run at it? Or you're just saying you'll wait and try it again?
No, I'll come back for more later after I actually practice throwing again.
Ice, though. Put some ice on it.
Easily 60 yards. The crow hop, if I do the little crow hop into it, that's 60 all day, baby. All day. and then the
is it regulation size football, or are you throwing a high school ball?
NFL football.
Look at
that
disgust he looked at me with. I'm just chirping him right now.
Is that good?
I'm just trying to get him.
Huh? You like that sort of thing? You like that sort? Is that good?
Saying, bro, it's 35 yards further than I could throw it for sure. More probably.
Then I stepped to the plate. Actually, I stepped to the plate 4 times. I was 0 for 3, 0 for Tatupu, and then I toe punched a a 40-yarder.
Nice. 40 yards.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right?
Whoa.
Isn't that, if the ball's at the 30
Yeah.
and you kick it through, isn't that 40? The end zone,
40.
right?
Yeah. Did they have the doors open on the one end? Was it blowing in off the lake?
Yes, it was blowing at us. So this is non-wind aided. This is wind tested.
Yeah. Into the wind both ways, Katie. Uphill to school in the snow both ways.
It was a low. I hit a low stinger, right?
Amazing.
Like probably would have got blocked. Like by Leonard Williams, big cat. Oh, he had a great day today too, by the way.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
But yeah, I went through the uprights. That's
So was
all I
this
have to
just
say.
for the glory on Instagram, or is there money on the line, or is this just for personal?
It's just for my own sake, like
I
that
love
I could still throw it at least 50 yards. I don't know if I'll have an arm tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I love
it was worth it. Oh, and I probably broke a toe.
Oh,
But it was worth it.
every
And-
once in a while at the end of baseball practice, the kids will be like, "Coach, you hit one," and I'm like, "All right, just like soft toss me one." And then I wake up the next day, I'm like, "Oh, my neck is killing me. I can't even stand up."
I know my oblique and my shoulder and possibly my elbow, right?
Yeah.
Are gonna just be on. They're gonna be squitching.
I could
tomorrow.
never throw a football for distance. The little white ball, I got that all day long. I'll hose one in from the outfield, but a football, I don't know. I couldn't ever. I don't know.
Yeah. See, look, you're
it
throwing
work.
motion. You're trying to come underneath the ball.
I know it's not.
What? You don't even do that in baseball. You throw it, right? Maybe
Yeah.
you got the
Oh, boy.
midnight release, the 11
Oh.
o'clock. Maybe you got the 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, arm slot. You're talking arm slot.
Yeah, there we go.
Dude.
Mike arm slot.
See right here, right? Get the laces on my
Those two
sweet
fingers are a little tight together, but whatever. It's whatever feels comfortable.
Okay, all right. Well, you give me a lesson next time I'm up
he's trying to help you out, Brett.
No,
this
he's
is like
giving me some good
valuable.
pointers here.
You know
I
how many
like it.
people would die to have Lofa Tatupu be like, actually, your fingers are too close together.
I like it. It's a good thing this
Yeah.
ball's deflated a little bit too.
Yeah.
I got it. This
Makes
is like
your
a
hands
Tom
look
Brady
bigger.
ball. Look at this. This is a Tom Brady ball right here. This is how Tom used to like it.
I wouldn't have broken my toe if I kicked that one.
What do you got, Katie?
Jonathan Smith says, I like how the Hawks give everyone trouble. It's nice to know that no one looks past the team.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got to say, I was a bit worried about this game. Jacksonville's been playing good. They were 4-1. They were winning games. We had to fly all the way across the country, which is maybe an outdated fear with the Seahawks. But nonetheless, it's still in there from the old days. But I was sweating this one a little bit. And, maybe I'm just getting a little bit cocky with this team, but I feel great. I feel like we can beat anybody. I feel like, honestly, we can line up against anybody. We were a fumble away from, the Niner game, doing something there. The Tampa Bay game, we had the ball with a chance to win it.
Yeah.
Very easily 6-0.
And so that's, finding great teams find a way to finish the game. And, I'm not going to call Jacksonville great, but they have close games coming from behind versus the Chiefs. A couple other games, they just find ways to win. And where bad teams, I don't care how much they're up or what, when something goes wrong, it's kind of like, oh, here we go again. And it's like, they find ways to lose the game. And so we're making a habit of pointing towards finishing. Finishing is the biggest part of from midseason to the postseason run is like closing. Like close the door. Like as soon as we get that lead, all right, defense up, kick the shit out of them, get the ball back, give the offense another opportunity.
And we had to get back at Florida because they came to us last weekend in Tampa Bay and beat us. We flew all the way down there, kicked their ass. Now we're flying back, having some fun. Right?
Oh.
That team flights the best. That's the longest one. They're having a ball, aren't they? I mean, speaking of wagering in international waters, they're having a good time up there, aren't they?
International, they going the other way or are they just going across?
Yeah, they go all the way down around.
It's a long flight.
They go up
yeah.
dirt bags in Canada. You hear me, Blue Jay fans?
It is a long flight. And but when you win and just the laughter and the jokes and then just going back over the game, you revisit the guys that love football. They sit back and now they have the iPads and you get to sit there and watch and, talk it over. And that's where, a lot of, teaching happens between D and O lineman, like, hey, I know we were supposed to play it this way, but what do you think about this? And like, it's not changing up the scheme dramatically or anything, but it's just like having a better strategy going forward so that the same thing doesn't happen, And so
Yeah.
those are the best moments, and just winning, ladies and gentlemen. Like we are in it to win it,
Good
and
feeling.
being there with your brothers, and there's nothing better than that.
And hopefully they can. Hold on. I was gonna say hopefully they can put on the TVs on the flight and watch the Mariners. They're probably actually already back home.
Oh.
What
It's
is
a
the
long
schedule
flight,
like? Well,
after
actually,
all.
Lofa can answer this. Like after a away game like that, how long from the game to the flight? And they might even already be back or close to it.
No, I anticipate they'll probably get back probably like 8 o'clock tonight, 7, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So you do your media obligations right after the game. You talk to the media, and then revisit the game. The equipment guys, they have it the roughest, man. They have to pack up everybody's stuff, right? And so hopefully you do your part and just put everything that you need. I only need shoulder pads, a mouthpiece, and a helmet. So I pack light, ladies and gentlemen.
No, she didn't say cup. No cup.
No cup, no rib pads. I hated those girdles we had to wear all the way up, even in college.
Cool with the tailbone pad.
No, and you know what? I've learned the hard way, because I have fallen on my tailbone. And dude, I'll tell you, that is one of the most painful. I just had a bruised tailbone, but anybody that's broken it, brutal. Like,
maybe the plane could fly over T-Mobile. Oh no, they're not going to be in Toronto. Never mind.
Yeah, they're in Toronto.
That would be cool though. Like do a little flyby. If they were doing a home game, tip the wings a little bit. Let's go, boys.
No unnecessary risks, Brett. Right?
Come on, man.
Oh,
we still the tower.
I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but come on, dog. So then you pack up, you head to the airport, you head to the tarmac, you go right, onto the plane, and then what? It's probably got a 6-hour flight back. So I'd anticipate probably a 7 or 8 p.m. arrival.
Katie, you got another comment there?
Alina is talking about the throw you made there, Lofa, and talking about the snowing both ways and going uphill. And she says, you make that throw, you need to celebrate with a Seattle dog. You need to get that on video. LOL. Snowing when you kicked too, right? Love you, Lofa.
Yeah. Snowing, hurricane winds, like not ideal conditions, but I still made it happen.
Yeah.
Did you get the snow plow out there like back in the day?
They did that for the Patriots game. My dad was part of that game, and so was Hasselbeck's dad. They over there chiseling away the snow and ice, and cleared the path. I don't know if that's legal anymore. I mean, I know the kicker and the
I don't
think you definitely can't bring a snowplow on the field.
No, that's a home field advantage for sure. They were wearing the red. Isn't that when the red jerseys in that game?
Yeah, sure were. Yeah.
In the snow, so nice.
Red Hat Ultra Coaching says, pleased with the defensive front. So much hustle.
Hell to the yes. Let's get back to some of the numbers, Lofa. Defensively here. Shaquille Griffin, your leading tackler, 7 tackles. Nick Emanwari Jackson with 6, and then assisted on 3 more. Kobe Bryant with 5. Guys were just all over the place. Ernest 4, and then 4 assisted. DeMarcus Lawrence everywhere. Leonard Williams with half a sack. Byron Murphy 2 sacks. 2 sacks. DT. Let's go. Chenna with 1.5.
Chenna's putting it together.
Hell yeah.
Like, he's getting healthy and showing, why we brought him here and paid him, and that. And he's just a leader out there, a silent leader, just goes out and just kicks ass. But I know everybody feels better, kind of like in the Julian, Love aspect of when he's on the field, everybody feels a little more free to take shots and go after it, right?
Well, I was kind of surprised. I mean, I watched the game, but it's like no turnovers. Like this feels like a game 20-12. It feels like there'd be some turnovers. No turnovers. Yeah. Are we forcing enough turnovers? Not enough? We need more? I mean, we can always use more, but it's kind of surprising we didn't get one today.
I'm not seeing a ton of attempts at the ball, right? They call it the peanut punch, after
Uh-huh.
Peanut Tillman. Like
Uh-huh.
if you're second in, you're getting fined for hitting them in the head anyways. So why don't you just go after the ball? Is like where my rationale goes. Is like, all right, well, I can't kill them, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna punch, you
Gonna
know,
rip everything out of there. Yeah. Hell
yeah,
yeah.
go after the ball. But
Right.
that'll be a point of emphasis. But Lawrence didn't really give us like any shots at it. Like the only thing I saw was the wild deflection. Dude, Sam must have
Right.
thrown an absolute heater on that one because that thing caromed like 15 yards directly back, like into the dude's chest. I know he feels sick about that, dropping that one.
Yeah.
Um,
How
but
lucky.
but like it was a clean game by both, and I didn't. Neither team really. They get two great running backs. I don't know why they didn't try to run the ball more, right?
Well,
Especially
yeah, I was gonna say. So, I mean, the stats. Lawrence actually finished with 258 and 2 touchdowns, but he's 27 of 42. But rushing wise, and like you said, no one can run on us, man. I mean, ATN 12 carries, Tootin with 2. Lawrence had it 3 times, tried to rush it 3 times, but ATN only had 27 yards on the day.
and that's a really good running back.
Yeah, tough.
And that O line has opened up holes, but there's been no way to run against this defense. Doesn't matter who's in there. Like we got that thing, closed up. So
Yep.
what did K9 or Shards? What do we have?
Okay, switching to our side of the ball. K9, 10 carries, 34 yards. Zach Charbonnet, 12 carries, 24 yards. So we stuck with it because we ran it 22 times, but we got to get some more production out of the running game. We hear it every year. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. I mean, they're trying, but are the guys not opening up holes? Is it on the backs? Is it on the scheme? Why aren't we getting more yards?
I think it was just a tough day sledding. I'd be surprised if the Jaguars were like a bad or average rush defense. I'm venturing to say they're probably pretty good and they've limited other people. But I could be wrong. But that's because we hit the stretch, the outside zone, a couple times, and I was expecting a bootleg like immediately, right? And it didn't happen. And then when we did do it, it's like, oh shit, there's a guy right there. Like so, they were expecting it too. Two well-coached teams is why they sit with the records that they do, and yeah, pleasantly surprised. Walk out of there with the win, even though I had no doubt in my mind.
But what about for the season, though? I mean, our rushing, like, what about the whole, like, we're going to run first and all? I mean, is it working? Like, I mean, not this game. K9, I feel like did have a bit. He's 330 on the season.
Well, the Pittsburgh game, he had a buck like 30 or
yeah, that was his biggest.
Yeah, maybe even half of like his total, right? Because he broke that long one to seal it, but then he had a mix of. But so schematically, like you can change it up, but I think it's hard for an offense to find their rhythm. Usually, that's why they say mid-season form. It takes a little while to get adjusted and go and see how teams. What are they trying to take away from you? Like, what do other teams consistently think is the biggest threat on your offense? And I'd imagine it's going to be JSN. So we're going to see less guys in the count or in the box, like within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Now that being the case, that'll be a check. Hey, check with me. Sam will check it to a run and just take advantage of it. Once they creep up, it's like shot time.
Well, on the season, we are, let's see, as a team, we are outrushing the people that we play. Like we've only given up 474 yards rushing against us, and we've rushed for 625 yards on the season. But 625 yards on the season in 6 games, that's, a little over 100 per. It's 104.2 per. We have 6 rushing touchdowns. We've only given up 2, but we have 6. I mean, are you satisfied with that? I mean, you're obviously never going to be satisfied, probably, right, as a coach, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's the main objective. Defense. The first thing you must do is take away the run, and those are pretty good numbers. You said we've only given up 400, correct?
Yeah, 474.
Yeah. And that's in 6 games. That's under 100, right?
Yeah, 79 a game. And we've only given up 2 rushing touchdowns. 3.3 per is the average yards against our defense.
That's incredible numbers. And, it's going to get better. Like just if they can sustain this, which I believe what I see out there, yeah, they can sustain this because it doesn't matter who's in there. We've had so many injuries and they still shut down the run. Teams don't even try to shut down, like try to run on us, after a certain point. There's like, that's a tackle for loss or a wasted down, right? And now they obviously know we're going to pass the ball in the next down.
Well, so does it concern you though, giving up all the yards passing? Because as a team for us, we've got 1,500 some yards passing, but we're giving up 1,400. So that one's almost even. And I feel like we are giving up quite a bit there, even though
We've had a lot of people missing the secondary. It's no excuse, but I'm just going to look back to like my rookie year when we were middle of the pack, 15 or 16 in terms, and like probably even further back, maybe like 18 to 20-ish in the passing stats, because teams had to come back and we were willing to concede and give up. But we were getting a lot of interceptions because of it. So those are about to follow if we continue to do what we're doing. But we were number 5 in rush defense that year, and I think number 1 or number 2 in red zone and goal line defense. So you get down there, you're kicking a field goal. That was like the peace of mind that our offense had, because they were like number 1, I think the first year, and then top 2 or 3 every year for like 6 and 7, something like that. It was crazy. Like the game is easy to play on defense when you have a lead the majority of the time.
Thank you guys for joining us. The number is going up. Thanks you for texting your friends and letting them know that we're on. We're brought to you by FanDuel, everybody. Go to FanDuel.com or download their app or whatever and get in on all the wagering that you want. The NHL has started up, so you can get in on that. There's over-unders on tonight's game as well. Katie, I asked her to do FanDuel.com, Lofa, and then she left. So we're on our own.
No, flying solo here.
I knew she had to leave around 5, but so she had somewhere to be. But we're flying solo the rest of the way, bro. Let me see. How do I get? Let's see. I'm on FanDuel.
I got a couple more minutes too because I have to go to
all right.
Moss Bay Hall.
Ooh, yeah. Tell everybody about that.
Mariners watch party.
Let's go.
So if you guys are bored and you're just around Kirkland, stop by, say what up.
Tonight, let's see here. The Detroit Lions at the Kansas City Chiefs is the night game. We know that. The Detroit Lions are plus 2.5. So does that mean they're the favorite? No. Kansas City's minus 2.5. So Kansas City's the 2.5 point favorite. Okay. I'm looking at FanDuel.com, by the way, everybody. It's a show brought to you by FanDuel. The over-under is 51.5 on tonight.
51, good number. I'm wearing Ichiro, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah, you are, bro. You got a rep.
Ichiloaf.
It's pretty cool that they're going to retire it for Randy as well. We'll have 2 retired 51s over there at T-Mobile. I don't know if there's another team that has 2 of the same number retired. I can think of.
What about All Day Fam? Do you guys know of one?
Yeah, it's a good trivia question. Maybe the Mariners are the only one. Let's see here. I have a comment to read from Brown J2, who says our center was getting thrown all over the place. This seemed to stifle the running game. Troubles on the interior of the O-line in the running game?
Oh, he did get called for a hold. That's the one thing that did stand out. But I like him. Sundell, he's a scrapper. He'll be fine. You're going against Arik Armstead, who we're familiar with from the Niners days, right?
Yeah, man.
Just absolute machine. And then they got a couple other first rounders over there. Javon Walker, who I don't know how much he played. He broke his wrist, but he had a cast on. He was doing his little warm up on the sideline, so I think he probably got in. And then they got another guy they drafted first round too. Like, so that they build in the trenches, right? Like that's smart, right? Can't just find those guys anywhere. They're not just hanging out like a guy like me is just hanging out. I'm like, hey, you like to hit? Can you go play linebacker? It literally is kind of that easy.
Yeah, but a little different on the offensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Have you seen this guy, by the way? I don't know what the guy's name is, but there's a former New York Giant offensive lineman who I think is retired, and he just goes to games, but it's online that like he'll get into a stance against a fan and pass protect to any fan who wants to like give it a try, and it's pretty funny.
And he probably just shuts shit
owns
down,
everybody. Right? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. You know, he's retired though, so he's lost a little weight, so people think they can have him. But
yeah, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna bull rush him, and then you just don't go anywhere.
yeah. I have a friend that did a commercial one time with Ray Lewis, and so they're just hanging out on the set, you know, and the kid, you know, he's just like a little actor kid, you know, and he's like, but if I tried to run into you as hard as possible, like, you know, and Ray's just like, go for it, and so he said he tried, and he like Ray just didn't even move.
Didn't even move.
Hit him, fell flat on the ground, looked up, and Ray Lewis was just standing there like, what?
Now I get to hit you.
He said he was just like, I just didn't. He's like, you think these guys are strong, whatever it is, right? But like, he's like, it was like literally like hitting a wall. He's like, I just didn't
Brick wall.
knew how to like set his body perfectly, like everything, just the nonchalantness of just being a beast, you know.
That was fun.
Yeah, let's do it again sometime, kid. Whatever you want, I'll be here all day. Speaking of all day, shout out to the all day family for being here. Lofa, you guys are awesome. Shout out to the Seahawks for the 20-12, an apropos score, but also a weird score. It's never a normal score.
It's a Brett Davern score.
So bizarre, everybody. Go enjoy the Mariners game tonight as they take on the hated Toronto Blue Jays, those scumbags from the north. There's a bunch of sorry saying scumbags.
Relentless with that.
I'm just kidding. Some of my best friends are Canadian. It's a joke.
Oh my God.
But they all suck.
Oh yeah.
We love you guys. We're just kidding. Love you all day, family. And shout out to producer Katie. Shout out to intern Jonathan and all that, and Big Mike, of course. And that's it, right? Are we out?
We outro. What's the next one though? I don't know